This video is gonna come extremely late. Like, the spring anime season ended like 2 weeks ago, and I had this script and everything already ready and to go, but stuff just happened and I wasn't able to record it. So I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, like, stuff came up. But anyways, let's just get right into it. You guys remember how we all were shocked at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards last year. We're not going to talk about why. We're not going to relive that. Just, we were all shocked. So, after seeing some of these category winners, one that really infuriated me was the best girl. Because we all know that Amelia was so much better than Rim. Like, we're not even going to debate that because we know it to be a truth. And if you need to be reminded, let's not forget what Subaru said. So, after seeing that last year, I realized that I could not just sit idly by and let that pass. So what we're going to do this entire year is every anime season, I'm going to pick 5 girls who I thought could be potential best girls of the year. And at the very end of the year, I'm going to hold a ceremony that's kind of like an elimination tournament with the 5 best girls from each season. And we're going to pick who is the best girl of the year. Now, I know I missed the winner, so I'm gonna do a quick rundown of who I thought were my 5 best winner girls. So, we got Satanya from Gabrielle Dropout, the Chuny demon who doesn't realize that there is a time and place for everything. We got Neko from Masamune-kun no Revenge, the sickly girl who came through and knocked a tsundere out, which just blew my mind. How do you beat a tsundere? We got Saki Sensei from Interview with Monster Girls. Originally, I was gonna pick Hikari, but I saw Saki Sensei in that dress, and that just won the whole game for me. Then we got Koyuki from Fuka, who I made an entire video on, and you guys could check it out. I'll put it over here somewhere. Who was the 100% best girl in that show, no matter what idiotic move the main character did. And then we got Toru, who I'm pretty sure everybody agrees on. She's a mage, she's a dragon. What else do you want? So those are my winner girls. Now let's hop into the spring season. Oh, also remember, these are going to be in no particular order. I can't put them in an order like that, so they're just going to come as whatever. So let's start off with Historia Reese from Attack on Titan. The goddess herself. I don't know how many videos I'm gonna have to make detailing that Historia has always been one of my favorite characters in the Attack on Titan manga, so it's no doubt that I was gonna put her on this list. I mean, I get it, a lot of you guys out there don't like her, but you gotta understand, she plays a key part in the story for all of you non-manga readers. And even though we didn't get to see her true personality come through because the Uprising arc hasn't been animated yet, it was still nice to be reminded why I fell in love with her character in the first place. Yamada Elf, the best girl in Ero Manga Sensei, and I don't care what no Sagiri fan has to say, you can take your opinion and you can... No, I respect. I mean, Elf mostly fits my taste. Tsundere and Chuny is all that's needed to almost always guarantee that you are going to be one of my favorites. But Elf also has a lot of other good qualities about her. Of course, being Tsundere, she has a really hard time showing her emotions sometimes, but when she does, oh lord, this girl knows how to make our hearts melt. After her confession and subsequent rejection from Masamune, I knew right away that she was going to be one of my favorite characters for a very long time to come. So, without a doubt, Yamada Elf, best girl. And you can find more reasons on why she's best girl. I'll put a video over here somewhere so you guys can see that too. Now, here's where this list gets a little complicated for me. LoveTyrant has a cast of 4 main girls who are all very interesting in their own ways. I went through each and every girl and tried to highlight their best points, but eventually I chose Akane. And I know, yes, I get it, I'm picking a yandere. And me picking a yandere is almost as rare as Hunter x Hunter not being on a hiatus. No shade being thrown, by the way. It's kinda hard to explain my interest in Akane, guys. I mean, like, she is psychopathic and crazy like most yanderes, but it's not really her fault. The reason she's like that is because how she was raised, and she is a very funny yandere too, so maybe that has something to do with it. And I mean, she won, but just narrowly, because Demon Goody almost had her, but in the long run, she prevailed victorious, and that's why she's on this list. Edity Spencer. I didn't have a YouTube channel back when the first series of How to Build a Boring Girlfriend was airing, but if I did, I can guarantee all of y'all right now that my channel would have been full of videos talking about why Eriri is so much better than any other girl in that series. And I don't know if you guys can hear the salt in my voice, but it's there, it's very present, and it is very real. Back when the show was first airing, I didn't actually know what a tsundere was. All I know is I really liked the way that Eriri acted. It was her personality that drew me in. She has the twin tails, which are wind tails in my book, and she draws manga. Very, very, extremely lewd manga. She is the real Arrow manga sensei in my opinion. And yes, I'm throwing shade at Sagiri, by the way. Even though she is a childhood friend, and I usually don't like the whole childhood friend aspect of shows, Eriri has something that the other girls doesn't. And I know what you guys are gonna say. Looking at the weekly anime charts throughout the season, most people really do care for the main girl Megumi or the other girl more than Eriri, but hands down, without a doubt, I'll take Eriri Spencer over them any single day of the week. And finally, Eyes Wallenstein. So we knew a little bit about Eyes from the pieces we got of her during when Dan Machi was airing, but after watching Sword Aurora Toria and seeing the way she acts, it's clear that there were so many more dimensions to her character that we were not able to see. I mean, we can all agree that the Sword Princess Eyes is cute as heck, but she always seemed extremely uninterested in everything except for fighting, and bail from time to time. So when I watched the first few episodes of this show, needless to say, it shocked me that she was laughing and being all emotional and showing all these different sides of emotion that we've never seen from her before. This is another show that had a lot of good characters, and I had a hard time picking between Eyes, Leafia, Tione, and her sister, but it ended up being Eyes, and I think that was the best choice for this list after all. I think what finally made me choose her was the character development we saw in her. She went from this girl who said nothing to somebody who shows that they can be their own main character. So, good job, Eyes. But yeah, that's it. You now have my top 5 winter girls and my top 5 spring girls. Guys, make sure you comment down below. Did I make any errors in my 10 choices? I think, to be fair, I'll put in 2 alternates for each season, and at the end of the year when we do the awards, we'll try to figure out how that's gonna go. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with how I'm gonna do this. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and until the next video, best wishes.